All right, it's time now for Better Books. We are so excited because Lori Fazio from RJ Julia Booksellers is actually here in our studio.
She is here, live and in person.
Wow, look at this.
Hi, Lori.
Hello.
How exciting. How was your year and a half?
Well, like everyone else,
we
you
ride
know,
the
riding the
waves.
waves.
Ride
That's
the
right.
waves.
You read a lot of books, though.
Yes and no. I mean, sometimes it was hard to, get yourself into a book, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to just, sit down and focus a little bit.
But I still did a lot of reading.
Okay.
Well, you brought some for the whole family. What do you want to start with?
Yeah, well, so I wanted to talk quickly about our summer reading program and then our one book, one read that actually is tomorrow, because there's still time left for kids to get their reading done. Wipe out the cobwebs. School starts in a couple of weeks. So we've had a reading program all summer where they can, gain X off things to get raffle tickets to win prizes, and there's still time to do that.
Oh, great.
So
Okay.
they can come in, they don't have to have read the whole summer. They could still get raffle tickets, and it only takes one raffle ticket to win a prize. So if you want to inspire your kid, they can go into either store, Middletown or Madison, to do that. And tomorrow, we actually have a one book, one read discussion from the desk of Zoe Washington. This is a middle grade book. This is about a young girl, Zoe, whose father, who she hasn't heard from in a while, writes her a letter. He's in prison, and he says, I didn't commit the crime. And so she's trying to figure out, how do I deal with this? And I believe him, but I want to investigate this, but I don't want to let the rest of my family know I'm doing this. So very real feelings for middle grade kids, and she does it in a great way that kids can relate. It's a good read aloud, and again, even if you want to watch tomorrow virtually and then read the book maybe with your children, you can. If you wanted them to read it alone, it's a really accessible book for kids of that middle grade age.
Awesome. Okay.
Nice.
So then we've got Little Blue Truck. It's time for school, and so there's a lot of back to school books that are going on. And Little Blue Truck, he wants to be a school bus. He's like, how cool would that be to bring everybody to school? But I'm a Little Blue Truck and I can't be a school bus. Well, then the little pig misses the bus and he's crying, and Little Blue Truck finds a way off the beaten path to get Little Pig to school.
Aww, and then he learns to be grateful that he can go off the beaten path.
Exactly.
I
So
like
it's
that.
adorable. And Little Blue Truck is a series of books, and he's a beloved character.
That is amazing.
With these young kids.
All right, cool.
And we have these other ones. I like the titles.
Well, so One of Us is Lying, One of Us is Next. So One of Us is Lying is the first book. It's a mystery thriller. This is for young adults. That has been on the bestseller list for 166 weeks.
Wow, okay.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
And there are 5 students that are in detention, and for something that they all say we did not do, and for different reasons. The teacher hears a noise in the parking lot, goes out. Next thing you know, one of these students has an allergic reaction and dies.
Oh, how awful.
Yes, awful. Yes. The 4 students that are left are all accused, and they have to spend their year trying to prove that they're innocent.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It's thriller, suspense, and now she has written One of Us is Next, which is a year later.
Okay.
And this is a follow-up, and they're not the same characters, although you get glimpses of them. Really well written, but again, if you don't like thriller and suspense, don't do it. But she's a best-selling author.
And young adults, which is fun to read as an adult too, but if you have those reluctant readers who think sometimes books are boring, this one says an exciting single-sitting thrillerish treat.
Definitely.
So.
And we were looking at these yesterday, and a woman was in there with her daughter, and she said, and she had the new book. She goes, I love that. I couldn't wait for this one to come out. She was chomping at the bit to get to the next book.
That's great.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the last book I have is a picture book, called Sail. I mean, it is still summer, so I had
it's
to bring
beautiful.
something, beachy, oceany. And this has beautiful pictures in here, but it also has you know me, I love to have books that have messages. Has a message of riding the waves, as we talked about.
That's what the whole
you might
thing
have
is.
turmoil, believe in yourself, have courage. And, this is, just has these really stunning pictures.
It is absolutely
of
gorgeous.
just getting through the next thing.
Yeah.
And how, then color.
And you've always said picture books are not necessarily just for kids. Go ahead and read them to your older kids or read them for yourself.
Definitely.
Ride a current back to your boat. That sounds good to me.
It's
All right,
really
so let's
beautiful.
talk about Nicole Kidman in that.
In time, you'll find yourself afloat.
Yeah, exactly right.
I love it.
So Nicole Kidman, yes. So Big Little Lies, which was a book by Leanne Moriarty, and that became a series. And so this new one, Nine Perfect Strangers. I've read most of Leanne Moriarty's books, and I love her books.
Is it because I see Melissa McCarthy and I'm thinking this is going to be funny.
There are some things that are funny. I mean, you will laugh, but then there are things that you're like, whoa, what's happening here?
Okay.
And it's a drama,
All right.
but it has, the comedic, moments, and
I know Melissa McCarthy can play a serious role.
She can.
But at the same time, I just expect to laugh. And
You will with her. She does some things, and I mean, you'll laugh and then you'll be shocked, and you'll laugh and you'll be shocked.
Okay, so let me ask you another thing. Little Fires Everywhere, which I loved watching.
Yes.
But when I was reading, they said there's not going to be more because it ended like when the book ended.
That's right.
That's
Yep.
it? Like you can't go on? Because now I want to see what happens.
Not as far as we know. I mean, Celeste Ng went on and wrote other books, and so, but Little Fires Everywhere is a good standalone, and it is a good series, but I don't know how she could bring that back because
Okay.
it did sort of have the finite ending for that one.
It did, but I just wanted more still.
You always, you're a craver.
Right. Well, those series do
Those
that
series,
to you.
you're like, what do you mean? There's not
Right.
another one? That's it?
Yeah, they
There's
do
no
that.
up next in 5 seconds?
Right.
All right, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you both.
Good
Thanks
to
for
be
having
here.
me
Please
in the
come back.
studio.
Please come back.
Thanks,
Please
Lori.
come
Yes,
back.
keep coming.